Hello everyone, Summers is Cooked Tail Reading One Piece chapter 1174. So, in the last chapter we had Zoro's plan, which I don't even know if what Zoro did was part of his plan. I actually have the Viz translations pulled up right now because I wanted to talk about, I guess, something I noticed in these translations that might, you know, add to what actually happened. So here we have Zoro in the chapter. He goes behind Dorian Brogy. He has a little bit of conqueror's hockey. It seems like coming out of his one of his swords, and he goes right behind them, and then they react. Right, they I guess turn their heads and look at Zoro, and they're like Roanoa, and Zoro begins to slash. Right, he has both of his swords. He's gonna just do two sword style, I guess, and he says Dory Brogy, and then the next panel, Zoro says this. I'm not sure what the TCB translation said, but it didn't say this. The Viz translation says, "Whoa, gotta move," and then he does his smacking the air and like propelling himself in the air attack, right? Then he dodges it, and we get Brogy slashing each other, Dory and Brogy slashing each other, and then Zoro's like, "Huh?" So my interpretation of that at this point is Zoro was just gonna attack them. He was just gonna attack them, right? He was hopping along the other giants' heads, and then did his crossing of the six paths, and he was about to do another attack on Dorian Brogy, but he realized that they noticed him, and they were both gonna hit Zoro. So Zoro's like, wait, never mind, let me get out of the way. And then they obviously hit each other, and Zoro's like, oh my gosh, oh, they hit each other. That's why he said, huh. So that's my process for Zoro's plan, right? I think Zoro's plan was just hitting them, right? Hitting them and getting to them by hopping on the other people's heads as to not, get between them on the ground to get Domi reversied. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you can be between two Domi reversied people and not get Domi reversied as long as you're not on the ground they're standing on between them, right? You can like hang out in the air between them, but you can't like be on the ground, because then that's how the circle will develop and flip you. So yeah, that's just my little spiel on Zoro's plan there, because I feel like the Viz translation might have kind of enlightened me on what his plan could have been. So that's that. And then what else did we have in the chapter? We had Brook. Oh, okay, how could I forget the Brook Shuri Gunko stuff? Oh my god, it's crazy. We have. I mean, here's the thing. We knew Brook obviously was a little suspicious of Gunko, but to my knowledge, I don't think Oda made it. I don't think Oda necessarily implied that Gunko was someone like special to Brook, aside from that flashback. But other than that, there was nothing in Brook's dialogue in the present that was like either good or bad about seeing Gunko. It was just shock and like surprise and like intrigue and curiosity, right? And deciphering whether or not this person actually is the person he's thinking of, right? He didn't actually share any. He wasn't crying. He was like, no, it can't be, right? And crying, but he also wasn't mad. But this time in the last chapter, then now Oda's showing like what he actually feels, which is anger. So it's a bit jarring, but I don't think it's like bad, because I think if it would be bad, it'd be like if Oda baited us into thinking Gunko's really important to Brook, and like Brook really cares about her in the present day, but in reality it's like no, because Oda never really leaned to either side. We only kind of assume that because that's usually how Oda writes these sort of relationships between these characters, right? We thought it would be a very tearful reunion. No, Brook got mad, right? And I think that makes sense because Otis technically, I don't think he leaned to either side. The only side that leans to a nice relationship is that little flashback with like Brook and like Gunko when she was even younger, and that looks like a nice little relationship. But that was before she supposedly killed her father, the king, right? So yeah, that's very interesting stuff. Hopefully, we find more about that. Find out more about that in this chapter. But because I have my own thoughts, and I feel like I need a little bit more evidence in order to like go on, because there's a lot of different possibilities for that. I'm not going to get into that right now because that would make this intro way too long, but there's a lot of different routes as to what happened. But I mean, I could give it TLDR. I think that Gunko, or I guess Shuri, killed her father, right? I think, but it was like a reversal of Loki and Harold situations. I don't think the king was Domir Reversator controlled. That still could be the case, but I think it's probably reversal. Um, and Shuri was controlled, right, with Domir Reversator or whatnot. And then, so the opposite happened. I mean, that's basically TLDR what I think. But again, there's a lot of different possibilities, and, the more evidence we get, the more stuff Oda reveals, the more we can go on a certain path among all those possibilities. So hopefully get more info on that. And then what else? The Straw Hats are freed, thankfully. Hopefully, they contribute and help out in some way. And Sommer's, the stuff at the end, right? Gokoku Sovereignty, that was a really cool attack from Gerd Goldberg and Road. And we saw, the warrior, the previous generation to like the children, right? Their mothers and stuff are attacking their Nika, the Nika Nightmare creature. And Summer's smacks it. I didn't even notice this. Summer's actually smacked the Nika Nightmare creature into the boat. It wasn't like the Nika Nightmare creature like flew over and like just crashed on the ship. No, Summers deflected it onto it because it was going to fall on Summers initially. So that's like, oh, he royally screwed up. But I still don't think it's that bad. I still think maybe Killing M can, create a nightmare creature that can, just fly the children away, or there's another boat. I don't know. Or maybe Killing M can get a boat by conjuring it from Summers' mind if he sleeps or something. I don't know. Or maybe Killing M can put himself to sleep. I'm not sure. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on the chapter. In terms of spoilers, I know absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. Like, yeah, I know. I know nothing. Like, this is one of the rare times where I don't know any characters. I don't even know if this chapter is good or like mid, or I haven't heard anything about it. So that's good. Like I haven't had it, I think, was it like that last week? I don't remember if last week was also a situation where, oh no, I knew, I remember. I got the fact that, Usopp, I got a little Reddit post about Usopp from last chapter, regarding last chapter, but this chapter, literally know nothing, so that's good. So yeah, those are my predictions and stuff, and I'm still a little sick, so I might might cough a little bit during this recording. Who knows? But yeah, and as always, NL in a Rouge, please, Oda. All right, let's get into the chapter. Who am I gonna predict for the reader request? Let's go with who? Let me maybe pick someone from. What do we have last time? We had Usopp. Let's just pick another straw. Screw it. Actually, no. Let's not pick another straw, right? Maybe Oda's alternating. Let's go with, I don't know, Koza from Alabasta. I don't know. Let's go with Koza. All right, One Piece chapter 1174. Haven't read the title. The strongest being in this world. Ooh, also the font is different. I don't know is this TCB? Maybe. What does that mean? The strongest being in this world. I don't know if that specific term has been used. Obviously, we've heard of, the strongest man in the world, right? That was Whitebeard, and then strongest creature in the world with Kaido. But strongest being in this world is, I mean, that could be referring to, I think, multiple things. It could be referring to, Emu, right? If we might get some crazy Emu hype this chapter. It could be referring to Loki, right? Maybe Loki. Oh, by the way, that's another prediction. I don't think Loki and Luffy are going to appear in this chapter. Oh wait, also, man, I forgot. I had other predictions, but I won't go into them. I should have said them already, but I will say this: Loki and Luffy, I don't think they're gonna appear in the chapter. Maybe they are, but maybe next chapter, but not this chapter. But it could be referring to Loki, so maybe they do appear. But yeah, that's really the only thing I could think of. So yeah, let's move on. Roger, okay. Cover request by Tokomon. Roger taming a Tyrannosaurus and walking it like a little puppy. Okay, Roger. Okay, Roger. Have you ever had a Roger? The only other Roger reader request I can think of, it wasn't even a. Was it a reader request? It might not even have even been a reader request. It was like Roger. It was like before the time skip. It was like during the post-war arc. It was like Roger and Whitebeard kind of like side by side like this. I'm not even sure if that was a reader request, but that's the only other time I can remember Roger being in like on a cover page. Like, aside from like color spreads. Um, so yeah, we got a little T-Rex right here. Not little, it's a big T-Rex. But they got Roger's hat, right? Not the straw hat, his of his captain's hat that he wore after he gave the straw hat to Shanks. And we got Roger over here. He looks, I think this is probably, is it like a different fit? I'm not sure. I don't think he's worn an undershirt before. I think, I don't know. I'm not sure, but cool, very cool, Roger. It's very nice to see Roger again. So, cool cover page. Yeah, I think this is OP scans. I mean, yeah, we'll just roll with it, right? Yeah, this is not TCB, I think, because it's a different font, and there's no like. Usually they have like after the cover page they have like the TCB thing, and then we see the Oda note. Yeah, I think it was like OP scans or something, but we'll read it. Right, right at the very end of the game, says the Shonen Jump text. Okay. So, we're just cutting to, we're starting with Summers reacting to, because obviously, they were about to finish the game, right? They were about to reach the ship, but unfortunately, the ship was destroyed. So, not unfortunately, great. I don't know why. In the perspective of Summers, it was unfortunate, but great. That was a good development right there, in general. So, yeah. So we'll start off with Summers saying, "Damn it, that idiot Dream Demon! No, man, you smacked it into the ship, man. Okay, damn it, that idiot Dream Demon." And Oda drew a little Nightmare Nika and puts an arrow to it just to emphasize who he's talking about. So we have, we get a nice little like establishing shot right here. So yeah, the children. So the this arrow is still. Oh, it also broke. Yeah, no, actually, never mind. It broke. So the ship broke and it fell through, and the island clouds are not there anymore. Some of them are, but the island cloud section that the boat was on is gone. So the arrow's still pointing there. If the children continue walking, they're just gonna fall straight to the underworld, to their deaths. So that's not good. We gotta fix that. But yeah. So Summers, we see him over there in the corner. The ship, says Summers. Next panel. He even took part of the sea cloud with it. Yeah. There's this big, chasm of the sea cloud around it, but there's this big hole that kind of just, leads straight down into the underworld. So, nice little shot. Yeah, very nice, kind of establishing perspective shot showing what's going on. So children are still walking. Hopefully we can help them. Now the whole plan's gone down the drain, says Summers. At this rate, the brats are going to fall from this height and splatter all over the ground below. So yeah, he's freaking out. He's on his little like thorn serpent thing, which is also freaking out. It has like eyes and teeth, which is kind of cool. Okay, next panel. Gunko. So he's talking on Denden Mushi now. Gunko, stop the brats. We'll have to suspend the plan for now. Okay, so obviously stop the arrow from working because the arrow is causing them to move forward. Yeah, so Gunko, stop the brats. We'll have to suspend the plan for now. Forget it. That's not happening. Imu-sama is still inside. Wait, who's talking? So I think someone interrupts him. Forget it. That's not happening. Imu-sama is still inside. If we could at least stop the arrow. Or no, is it just... Oh, no. I think it might just be Summers talking to himself, actually. No, it's just Summers talking on the Den and Mushi, and then he like, wait, never mind. So he's just, it's just a switch between talking there and talking just to himself. So I was about to say, I'm like, doesn't he know that that's not Gunko technically in control? But yeah, he realizes that Imu-sama still inside. If we could at least stop this arrow, as he notices the one of the giants that are coming to help, trying to help out. They're trying to cut off the arrow. What the hell is that thing made of? Nothing's working. Daddy, mommy, help! So we see a giant like hacking away at the arrow with their axe, and then we got another freaking giant trying to chew off the arrow, trying to like bite it off, and rip it with like their teeth. Okay, so next panel we got the Summers replying to like their efforts. Don't even bother trying, you idiots. If there were any way to stop the arrow, I'd have it done by now. And they some of the giants notice Summers on his little serpent thing. And Summers is like, wait, the parents are trying to protect their kids, but they're not able to. My thorns won't allow it. And because of that, all the children are going to fall to their deaths. Oh, I'm just scrolling to the next panel. What a delicious way to die. So, yeah, okay. So, I mean, yeah, this makes sense. This is Summer's whole philosophy. Sort of realizing what's happening right now. I was like, this is actually kind of fun, right? Because that's his whole thing. Um, yeah, he just loves people struggling and love, you know, causing pain and stuff like that. So he's just like scolding them, but he's like, wait, I actually kind of enjoy this. Yeah, they're trying to protect their kids, but they can't because of thorns, and then because of all that, the children are gonna die. So, what a delicious way to get he got his tongue out and everything. He's got snot dripping out his nose. Okay, Summers, whoa. Then Summers continues talking to himself. He says, hold on, this might actually be worth it. First off, Gunko's being controlled by the Great One, so this will end up being his fault. And we can always grab more kids later if we want. Okay, so this will end up being his fault. So okay, so Summers is like, not my fault. It's actually Gunko's fault because no, it's actually Emu's fault, right? I'm guessing they're referring to Emu in this case. Okay, and then he says we can always grab more kids later if we want. Okay, so Summers coping a little bit here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Next panel. Parents and children screaming in desperate tears. This is just so thrilling. And he's, tongue out again, just yapping about his love for this. So I guess Summer's this is copium in pure display right here. This is copium at its finest. Summer's now he went from freaking out to just now he's kind of enjoying it. So this is interesting. Next panel, we got Summers, I think, talking on the Den and Mushi. To the brats and the PTA members, we had intended to escort you safely to the Holy Land, but due to a few complications, the ship and the sea cloud have vanished. In other words, you'll be dying from the fall, which means a tragically hilarious, miserable end awaits you at the finish line. There's nothing there, so the children are continuing to walk down, and the children are reacting. They're like, there's nothing there, huh? What? We're gonna fall. If we keep walking, we're gonna fall. So yeah, Summer's like, a tragically hilarious, miserable end awaits you at the finish line. So children are continuing to walk. If giving up both my arms is what it takes, then there's no way they can stop me. Oh, so we see Oimo trying to, I think, free his grandson, Olaf, I think that was his name. Yeah, so he's like, I don't care if, giving up both my arms is going to save him, so because it's actively injuring him to touch the thorns and everything. So we see him, obviously getting stabbed a bunch of times. Grandpa Oimo. We cut to Killingham. Okay, we haven't seen Killingham in a while. The last time to be fair, we saw him 2 chapters ago in the during the recap and stuff with Jarl's speech, but we haven't seen him talk. I'll just say that we haven't seen him talk since before the flashback. So, okay. Summers continues by saying, "Unfortunately, there's no other way to save them, right?" And then Killingham replies with, "What the hell is that idiot Summers doing? We finally got these kids to the port." So he's like, something happened, something messed up. It's probably Summers' fault. So Killingham's still in his hybrid form in the air, sort of flying around there. Next panel, cut back to Oimo. He says, he falls to the floor. He's, damn it. Stop it. Stop. It hurts, Grandpa Oimo. So, yeah, I think he's now maybe being dragged along the floor as he's still holding on to the thorns. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. No, I think he just lets go, actually, and he's, super bloodied and injured and on his hands and stuff, so clearly wasn't going to work out, unfortunately. So Oimo, says another giant in the background. Oimo continues, huff, huff, as long as we don't get rid of that arrow, we can't stop the children. Ripley says, you're saying we can't save them? That can't be. So, yeah, very tough situation right now. Next panel. Are you telling me all we can do is stand here and watch our children fall to their deaths? If they fall into the underworld, we won't even be able to find their bodies. Stop laughing, you damn demon. And we see Summers, just another panel of him. He's crying, laughing, bro. Summers is he already fucked up, but now he's like, oh, whatever's coming, he's going to get punished. He's going to get punished even harder, because he literally went from panicking to coping to now being like he's turning the situation around to satisfy his own desires, right? Even killing him, I'm surprised. He's like, this wasn't part of the plan. Now you're just making it seem like, we had a slight complication, but actually now the plan is about this. And hopefully it does happen because I want to see it happen. So yeah, he's just crying, laughing. I mean, I have a feeling someone's gonna come to the rescue, maybe Sanji, but although Sanji was with the Straw Hats last, and that was kind of far away. They were like toward the school, right? So if it's on the bridge, they were on one side. This is like all the way at the other end because this is like near the port. This is the finish line, so maybe, or I mean, Sanji's fast. He can skywalk, so, but Elbaf is like huge, so I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be Sanji or whatever, but okay. Let's move on. Next panel. This must be divine punishment, says one of the kids, because I did something wrong. Another kid responds by saying, what do you mean? My mom says the same thing when she gets mad at me. This is like multiple thought bubbles strung together, but it's different kids talking, I think. Someone says, what do you mean? And then someone else says, my mom says the same thing when she gets mad at me. Mine too. Should have behaved better. Are you saying we're gonna die because we didn't behave? So their minds are all over the place as well. So, okay. Next panel, yeah, they just start screaming for help. But I don't want to die. I'll be good from now on. Help! Help! I'm sorry. You get another shot, a different shot of like they are very close. They are about to fall off of the bridge, and yeah, I mean, someone's got to save him. Again, I think it's gonna be Sanji, but who knows? Let's see. Summers he takes off his glasses and his very creepy smile, continuing to sort of relish in this torture. I won't be naughty anymore, says Colin. Ooh, we get a little flashback panel to Colin and whoa! Is that Emmett? What the hell? Okay, let me read the dialogue first. So we get a flashback Colin has to, I guess, his flashback with Ripley, his mom. Colin says, "Did you know the god of the sun? The god of sun keeps an eye on naughty kids." Oh no, I think this might be Ripley talking to. Yeah. Okay, so this is Ripley first, and the next panel is next bubble is for Colin. So Ripley says, "Did you know the god of sun keeps an eye on naughty kids?" And then Colin responds by saying, "But mom, look, I won this in a duel, so it's mine now." As he holds up like an Emmett like doll or action figure. Emmett, like it looks like Emmett's. That's Emmett. What the hell? Okay. Next panel. We continue on this little flashback. That's exactly because you're strong. You need to be kinder to weaker kids. Now let's go apologize right now, says Ripley as she's pinching Colin's ear, and we see a panel of Ylva crying. I think this is cutting to the present, Ylva crying, but then now it's cutting to a flashback of her. Oh, we're getting like a bunch of different flashbacks for the kids. And then we get a flashback with Ylva saying, I think this is Ylva's mom saying, why did you leave all that food on your plate? You don't like my cooking? It's just, there were carrots, says Ylva. Unbelievable. You took your father. Oh, this is another flashback thing to a different kid. I think their mom's saying to this child, unbelievable. You took your father's sword and went out with it again? Another flashback for another kid says, so you're a wild pirate, grandpa? I hate you. Cause so it's a kid scolding their grandpa, I guess, for being a pirate, not being peaceful, being violent. Again, another kid saying, and another mom telling to their kid saying, why did you lie again? If you lied to me, how am I supposed to protect you, sweetheart? We got a kid yelling at their mom saying, why did you bring my homework? I left it at home on purpose because I didn't intend to do it. This might have been, maybe this kid's at school and the mom, came all the way to the school to give them the homework that he had forgotten. So all these children getting flashbacks about misbehaving, and because that's why they think they're getting punished and regretting that. I'll be good from now on. And yeah, I like the variety of situations that it is showing right here. And we cut back to the present. Wow, I don't want to die. Oh, they're very close. Oh my God, Colin is like steps away from falling off. They're literally this close. It's so super close. Where? I don't want to die. Mommy. Oh, Ripley. Oh, Ripley just lands right in front of Colin. She's gonna freaking get injured if she touches him. Whoosh. Huh? Colin, says Ripley. Come here, my son. And she hugs him as she's actively getting stabbed by all these thorns. Oh my god, you see go through her thigh as well and her entire body. Oh my god. Ah! I'm sorry. I couldn't stop you, says Ripley. And the Colin's crying. Oh my god. Wait, but won't the other kid, the second kid, like bump into Colin? I don't know. And she's actively getting stabbed and stuff. And then we can see Colin crying more. Get away from me, Mom. You're gonna die too. But everything is gonna be fine. I won't let you die alone. Okay. Oh my god. This is. Yeah. So I mean, if Oda's gonna spotlight any of these mothers, it was gonna be Ripley, right? It's the one we know the most. It's connected to probably the most important children out of all these, out of this entire group. So, yeah, very very tragic. Oh, the whole page spread. Oh my god, yeah. Though they're all hugging their children, dude. And obviously Ripley gets pushed off because I mean, I'm assuming they continue to walk, right? What? What? And we see Ripley still hugging Colin. She gets tripped down. It looks like she's gonna start falling, and well, she's already falling. And we see the Ilva's mother start hugging her. Oimo's probably hugging Olaf in the background. Another mother hugging the third child in the line. Um, as the arrow's still continuing to point in the direction of just falling down. Mama, Mom, Grandpa, Mommy. And Somers is laughing because he's seeing these parents hug their children because they love them and they don't want to keep them alone, but they're getting hurt at the same time and like suffering and getting all these injuries, and he's crying, laughing. Oh my god. It's okay, everyone. They're gonna save us, says Ronya. Okay, next panel. They're gonna save us, right? As we see it. Oh my god, we get a panel of them all falling down. They're all falling down, hugging their children one at a time. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, I now realize what's gonna happen. I just thought of the chapter title as well. I think it's gonna be Loki and Luffy, right? They're falling to the underworld. Oh my god, we're gonna see Loki's Delafruit, I think. Oh my god, yeah, that makes okay. Why that makes so much more sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Right, the arrow's leading down into the underworld. Who's in the underworld right now? Loki and Luffy. They were gonna come up later. Yeah, so not Sanji, because again, Sanji's really far away. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I noticed that, right? When I looked at this panel, I'm like, they're falling down to the underworld. Loki, and again, the chapter said the strongest being in the world. Oh my god, we might see Loki's Zilla for this chapter. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting kind of hyped right now. Don't want to, set my expectations way too high, but I'm pretty confident that's what's happening. So we get this panel, panel, white background, negative space, Oda emphasizing all these different mothers with their children falling down from the this massive height. They're gonna save us, right? Ronya. So we got Ronya. Yeah, when Ronya said that line, she wasn't being hugged by anyone, but now Ronya's dad maybe, I think. I think we actually saw this giant earlier in the arc, but they are starting to hug and grab onto Ronya because she's the last one in the line. You did great earlier. Oh, they're thanking her for her little speech. You did great earlier. That's her dad, I think. Dad! She's crying. Bent! Mom! Bent, we get a little flashback with Bent's character. He says, you know what scares me the most? My mom. Oh, so this is the kid that was scared of his mom. Sorry for saying you scared me. It's okay for me to be scary, son. Mommy lives to protect you. And then, oh shit, oh yeah, oh wait, we cut to the other giant children who I think she said she was an orphan. She says it must be nice having parents that can hold you like that. I mean, does she not have like a parental figure of some kind? Oh my god, the big double page spread. I'm trying to turn around. Oh, we get a flashback to like Ange and this I forgot this girl's name. I can stand in for your parents, says Angie. Ange, should I just call her Angie? I'll call her Angie, whatever. Angie says, I can stand in for your parents. Trying to, because she's I guess she's an orphan. But you're not my mom, says this giant girl, and then she's like, "Tch," she kind of scoffs at that. Wait, how is this page structured? Oh no, it's a normal page. I thought it was another double page spread. What the heck? Okay, so, this Ange. So Ange. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, this kind of makes sense. This is what they were setting up, but yeah. So because this children doesn't have any parents of their own, Angie is now coming in to hug them, and she's like Johanna. Yeah, Johanna was her name, and she's like Angie Sensei, and then she's crying too. Oh my god, that I really like. Oda's doing very well these flashbacks, and oh my god, like yeah, I wonder how the anime is gonna do. The anime is gonna make it crazy, man. Yeah, this was great. This is great. Like having the teacher, and then she's yeah, this is good. Very good. Very good. She's crying, and next panel we got another kid. We got I think the Road one. I think it was Road's little brother. I don't want you coming to school. It's so embarrassing having an otaku brother like you. So this is a flashback to him saying that to Road. And Road replies by saying, "I'll try to make sure they don't find me." Divine punishment, huh? Says the kid to himself. Bjorn Tasso, and we got Road freaking trying to run in over there toward him. It's okay, I don't mind at all, as he's hugging him and he's getting stabbed as well. Brother! So just Oda really hammering this in. Everyone's got someone to, everyone, all these children got someone to hug them. Next panel. Gee ha ha! Just again, Summer's just laughing. Just oh my god. Gee ha 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 ha! Look at that! Those pieces of trash are about to fall off the cliff. My heart's pounding. What a thrilling story! If you'd just let them fall and die, it would have only been 10 brats. Yeah. Oh my god, they're just fall. Yeah, we get another panel. They're falling down. Summers is up above, on his little serpent, just laughing up. Oh my god, Summers, you're about to Loki and Luffy, they're about to rock your world, man. Oh my god, he's gonna get smacked the fuck up, man. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. So yeah, he says that. If you just let them fall and die, it would have only been 10 brats. Yeah, so, okay, that actually clarifies it. So Summer's in his head. He does it, at this point, again, he was coping, but then he switched to a new plan that was very much fueled by his own desires. That, we have more kids, right? And they did mention that earlier. They have more kids. So I guess when Summers realized that, he's like, wait, I can just have these children die. I can watch their parents try to struggle and save them and get hurt in the process. It's going to satisfy my own desires. But we still have kids. So, like, I get to eat my cake. I get to, what's the phrase? Have my cake and eat it too. Yeah, I think that's the phrase. That was kind of like the other phrase. He gets to have his cake and eat it too. He gets to satisfy his own desires, but also still continue the plan, right? Because there's more children. So that's why Summers is kind of going off the rails right here, which is gonna, backstab him. Next panel. These parents are such idiots, dying for children out of love. My stomach hurts from laughing. That's what I call a beautiful and utterly pointless death. And he's, oh my god, these panels of Summers. Oh my god, Summers has had some great panels in this arc, but he's like, he's dying laughing, like absolutely. He's drooling. He's got snot coming out. He's crying. Oh my god. Jeez, like Oda's doing a great job at portraying his absolute, enjoyment of this situation. And we cut to next. There's a little side panel of snow falling down. I guess maybe they fell on Loki and Luffy, and now they're going up. Next panel. Oh, what's happening here? Ooh, they land on someone's back. It's silhouetted. There's like spikes. Okay, wait, let's do final predictions. Is it the Nidhogg? Is it something else? I'll say it's the Nidhogg. I mean, right now we see spikes, kind of little spikes on Loki's back, and they fall, right? So the sea of clouds, they fall through the sea of clouds like the initial sea of clouds. So I don't think Loki's visible yet, but instead of continuing to fall straight down, they fall on Loki's back, and there's this little patch of thing that's on Loki's back that they've all kind of congregated on. They all fell in the same spot. What? So someone's very confused, obviously. Colin, says Ripley. Where are we? Wait, do they not have the thorn? I wonder if they even have the thorns anymore, or did Summers like deactivate them or something? I don't know. I'm interested in that as well. Colin, where are we? I don't know, but everyone's alive, says Colin. Mom, as everyone's getting up and recovering, you're all standing on. Whoa. What? Oh. This is Oh, I think this is Luffy. You're all standing on my Gomu Gomu no Hara Senbei, and it's prickly. Then get the hell off already. Senbei is a is a Japanese rice cracker, and Hara means belly. Oh, so okay, so yeah, I noticed there was this like Loki silhouetted, but Luffy, there's this like light part on Loki's back. I don't know if that was part of Loki's back. No, it's Luffy stretching out, like almost looking like a, I don't know, like a beanbag, or not a beanbag, like a just like a pillow. Yeah, it's like a pillow. He calls it a rice cracker belly, I guess. And so the children are still spiky, and that's gonna hurt Luffy. Oh my god, yeah, clearly that's why Luffy's telling him to get off. So this is Luffy. Okay, so it's not like classic Gomu Gomu no. If he did Fusen Gomu Gomu no balloon, they would have bounced off, right? I mean, we saw that earlier in the arc with when they were getting down to where Loki is. So that's why he kind of made, instead of a balloon, he made a pillow, right, to kind of catch everyone. Okay, so this is Luffy. And then someone reacts by saying, "What, Luffy?" Oh, Loki. Oh, Loki doesn't have his bandages over his eyes. He says, "We see his eyes. Oh my god." Hey, you. When we get up there, you're gonna have to get off my back. Your back? Otherwise, you'll just get in the way during the fight. Oh my god, we get a good look at him right here. What is this? So his eye is in a weird position. So he's got like spikes on his head. He's got a tail or a wing. He's definitely flying, right? Obviously. He's got legs like, oh my, there's a weird ass silhouette in this like second panel on the bottom. So everyone's like, you're back. Oh, Luffy's in gear 5. He instantly goes to gear 5, I guess. Maybe he was already in gear 5 when he was saving them. You guys fell out of nowhere, didn't you? Good thing we were passing by. That wasn't my intention. I'm a destroyer, not a savior. I'm not responsible for anyone's life. Now let's move. Oh, come on, Loki, come on. You gotta. Well, I mean, I guess it was maybe. I guess Loki's probably telling the truth. It wasn't their intention, but you got a soft side, Loki. Come on, you gotta. Yeah, I bet he's kind of glad inside they were safe, because if not, they were gonna die. They were gonna fall to their deaths. So yeah. Um, oh, very excited. Next panel. Is it snowing out of nowhere? Oh, is this like Loki's devil fruit? Is it Ragnar? So Summers is reacting to it. He's saying, is it snowing out of nowhere? Was that thunder? Yeah, thunder. Okay, very much Loki's abilities there. We get a very big, wide shot. It's not a big panel. It's very small, but it's a big shot of I think some thunder and snow as well. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah, big panel here. Bunch of thunder, bunch of snow raining down. Ah, what was that? The tree shaking. Oh my, is the tree? Is that Luffy's drums of liberation, or is that Loki? Maybe it might be Luffy actually, but shaking everything. But obviously the environmental effects are clearly Loki's doing. We see some of the nightmare creatures in the background. They're sort of reacting to this. Even the castle. The castle's moving and it's like to the side. That's why I kind of say it's Luffy, because that's kind of, you've seen the buildings move with Luffy when he's like bouncing around, and kind of in a similar way to that. Okay. Next panel. What kind of rhythm is that? Oh yeah, I think it was, yeah, rumble. Jarl's kind of reacting to this. What kind of rhythm is that? I can feel all Elbaf trembling. On a strange day of snow, lightning and thunder, the sky shall be covered by a Oh, is this like a prophecy sort of thing? On a strange day of snow, lightning and thunder, the sky shall be covered by a colossal beast. And along with the drums of liberation. Oh my gosh, I think it was prophesized, right? Loki and Luffy, right? Okay, we can see Loki's little spikes on his back kind of coming out from the sea clouds below. Bam, bam. What? Says so. Oh my god, this shocked face from Sommers. Even Emu reacts. Are they still fighting Brooke? Probably. Oh, I'm excited, dude. I'm kind of nervous. Oh my god. Okay, next panel. Whoa! What the heck is this? Okay, the god of sun shall appear. It's a one-page. double page spread. I mean, one panel. It's a one panel double page. Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks crazy. Hey, I had to stand up for that one, man. One panel double page spread. The god of the sun shall appear. Says Luffy, and we got Ragnar in the squirrel form on his back as well. Look at that size. Now that's more like it. You look hilarious. What is he? He's like a. I mean, he's a dragon, right? But he's like, yeah, he's a dragon. He's definitely a dragon. He just gave me wolf vibes because of, I don't know, the way his teeth are, and I don't know. It gave me wolf vibes, but it's a dragon, but it's like an all black dragon. It's like, he still looks silhouetted, kind of. So, honestly, like, you could say this isn't even the silhouette. This is just how he looks like. Whoa. And this just amazing panel right here. He's like Loki coming out from below. He's like knocking nightmare creatures all over, and they're reacting to him. And we got Luffy all the way at the top, and Ragnar. Break next week, by the way. End of chapter. So, oh my god. Elbath, the hour of liberation has arrived, says the Shonen Jump text. Oh my god. Well, let me reread what Jarl said. On a strange day of snow, lightning, and thunder, the sky shall be covered by a colossal beast, and along with the drums of liberation, the god of sun shall appear. Ooh, who are they talking about? Are they talking about Luffy, or are they talking about Loki? Because Loki did say they're the sun god as well. Oh my god. So yeah, this is a dragon. This is definitely a dragon. It just gave me kind of Fenrir vibes a little bit, but because he has his tongue out. He has his tongue out as well, so it's like, like a dog. But it's clearly a dragon, I think. So it's a really sick looking dragon. He's like all black. His horns, because his horns are all black as well, so they kind of like match in terms of color, right? You see his wings. He's so big. He doesn't even fit the panel. And I think that was obviously intentional by Oda, just having him be so big. Like his whole body's not even present in the panel. He's a dragon. He's got like wings extending from the sides. He's got like a bunch of spikes on his back or something. Like very spiky back as well. Just all black. His fangs too, or his teeth are all black as well. He's got the eyes that we saw in the flashback. Yep, and this is, okay, by the way, this is his full beast form. Because I think we saw his hybrid form in Silhouette in like the flashback. And that was clearly, it looked like his hybrid form. But this is his full beast form. This is kind of this as well, onomatopoeia. Crazy. I mean, this is exactly kind of what I expected in terms of Oda having Loki and Luffy show up. So I was wrong, right? They did show up this chapter, but in terms of how they showed up, I expected them to show up in a very dire situation. But yeah, like one page, double page, and one panel. I keep saying one page. One panel, double page spread as well. Oda's been cooking. How much panels have we had like that? We've had 3 panels. This arc is already at 3 one-panel double page spreads. Oh my god. Like, it was the Harley, then we had the God Valley thing with all the, the big, multi-attack from everyone on Emu. And now this. So Oda's, bro, I mean, we had like, there's a 10-year gap between like the Gorosei double page spread and the one in Dressrosa, and now Oda's just, cooking them and churning them out. That felt like a long chapter too. Jeez. Yeah, that felt like a lot. That was a long at that. Like, chapter is very meaty. Obviously, Oda focused on, this. So, and I'm glad for that. I'm glad we didn't go back to Straw Hats and change perspectives, because clearly Oda wanted to get, and the moment he built up the emotion well. We had a variety of flashbacks from these children. Sommer's really good at making us hate him, Oda. But yeah, I like the focus Oda has, because obviously he wanted to build up to this last moment, right? And not, spend maybe the first half of the chapter with like Zoro and Sanji or whatever, and then, the latter half is no, you want to dedicate the full chapter to this, which totally respect, and I think it worked, and great chapter. Oh my god. Crazy stuff at the end. Loki's freaking devil fruit. I'm assuming probably at the beginning of next chapter we'll get like a whatchamacallit, like a devil, like his devil fruit name. I think we'll get the name of the devil fruit maybe next chapter. But yeah, just Luffy riding on his back, and Ragnar. Yep. And Loki still got his bandage on one of his horns as well. He looks insane. Oh my god. So yeah, that's yeah, break next week. Yep, take your break, Oda. We got 3 chapters in a row, which is nice. And yeah, we'll see. I guess that's all I have to say, right? Loki looking very sick, and yeah, so that's about it. See ya.